Alrighty everyone, welcome back. It is now the beginning of February of 2023. We are just weeks now away from the release of The Mandalorian Season 3 on March 1st. That's really going to be a game changer. We know that John and Dave are going to be providing many different experiences and surprises with this upcoming season. Even Pedro Pascal actually had an interview a couple of weeks ago where he came out and said that the surprises that you saw in Mando Season 2, that's nothing compared to what you're about to see in Mando Season 3. So that's really kind of reassuring. This is Mike Zero. Subscribe if you're new and like this video to see future Star Wars updates. I'm also on Twitter at Mike01. I thank you all so very much for the great and kind support. Now that brings us to what's really going on with Bob Iger, the Disney CEO, and the Gina Carano situation, and how things are really beginning to resolve behind closed doors. But are they resolving on a genuine scale, or out of a state of desperation? We're going to be covering every single thing about what's going on. Now, the thing about Disney right now is that they are scrambling for strategies to win back the fans. And one strategy is they want to create a consistent flow of successful hit Star Wars TV shows and or different seasons of already existing shows to kind of win the fans back, to bring fans back and kind of give them that momentum of excitement again, right? And that's what they're actually on a roll for. They're all counting on Mando 3 and Ahsoka this year to have the fans gain that momentum of excitement and looking forward to what's next. So, one of which has a lot to do with Gina Carano, and of course her character of Cara Dune, and what Bob Iger has been up to with all of that. So, with that being said, on top of all of this, given that both Disney and Lucasfilm are developing multiple new Star Wars TV series at the same time, it's noted that currently, as of right now, Disney CEO Bob Iger is getting ready to do big things to win back the fans. It's described that he is now in the process of rehiring actress Gina Carano for a new mystery Star Wars TV show that is said to be separate from the Mandalorian series, and that it's a show that is being led by both John and Dave. Bob Iger has already met up with Favreau and Filoni about his ambitions to rehire Gina Carano and get her back on board for this new series that is said to focus on a big event after Return of the Jedi. The series is currently codenamed Project Yellow Trail and is currently in the early development stage and is set to release sometime after The Mandalorian Season 4 comes out. Now, Carano has been approached by Iger, and the Disney board has agreed that they want her back for the series, and that it's all up to Gina at this point to make a decision for both this and The Mandalorian Season 4 now, by this way, of course, to make the decision final. Now, of course, she has to make this decision by May to really make things all concrete. Now, the biggest question of all, alright, is, will Gina Carano accept or will she decline? Given that she's got, a lot of other projects in the works that may very well, keep her tied up and away from Star Wars, we'll have to wait and see. But Disney CEO Bob Iger is rehiring her. He's allowing her to come in with open arms. And there's been a lot of great discussions, apparently behind closed doors, between John, Dave, and Gina. And basically, this is, I believe, out of desperation on Bob Iger's part. There's no doubt about that. I don't believe it's genuine. I don't believe he's welcoming Gina back because he likes her as a person, per se. I think it really is just a marketing move. Now, that's not to say that John and Dave are like that. They are totally different people. They actually love Gina. They love the character of Cara Dune. Believe it or not, guys, I don't know if you guys knew this, but the character's name, Cara Dune, is literally based off of Gina Carano's name. Alright, so Gina Carano is actually Cara Dune. It's a very interesting thing that they did with that. Now, the thing about this is that everything related to Bob Iger and the board, they really are beginning to finally realize what fans like to see. And it's just a very unfortunate thing that they were this late in the process and that it took them, like, what, 6-7 years to finally catch on? Since 2015? I mean, it's nuts. So, that brings us to what's going on also with John and Dave. John and Dave are so tied up, They have over a dozen Star Wars projects they're working on, both animated and live action stuff. In fact, they're already working on Tales of the Jedi Season 2. That's going to show us more prequel trilogy stories, along with other eras of the franchise. And moving on to the next thing now. Alright, it's noted, of course, that currently both John and Dave are getting ready to begin writing the project by this summer, and that Mark Hamill is also set to be involved, indicating that Luke Skywalker will indeed play a role in the upcoming show. They are planning to make this a very high-budget series as well in order to give fans a great quality product on Disney+. This is set to begin filming sometime in 2024, if their schedule remains intact for the show. Now, keep in mind that Project Yellow Trail, it is going to actually involve Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker. We're not quite sure about what this project really is, what it's about, because there's no story just yet, other than the fact that it will involve Cara Dune and Luke Skywalker. Now, the whole recast of Gina Carano / Cara Dune has been a little bit misguided. It's just that the Disney board is open to recasting Cara Dune. Not that they are recasting Cara Dune right now. That's not really what's happening. I know a lot of fans have been hearing about this, that Gina's getting recast. That's actually not the case. It's just that Disney and the board are open. They're 100% open to recasting her if they have to cross that road when they come to it. So that's just, something I wanted to put out there. The thing about this too is that a lot of fans seem to be mixed on the character of Cara. Some fans don't really like the character all that much, which is okay. Other fans, like myself, think that this character had so much more potential than what she actually was in Mando Season 2 and 1, and how they really could have took full advantage of her in Rangers of the New Republic. In fact, Gina's firing played a large role in the cancellation of Rangers, unfortunately. So, with that being said, we have a lot of things happening at once. Bob Iger is really trying to kind of just put things in motion as fast as possible, right? He wants to make sure that he can provide fans a great Star Wars experience on Disney+. And let's face it, the fact that they raised their annual prices right now, they're gonna have to actually up their, their game right now with Star Wars. They have to, and that's exactly what they're doing. They are going to be putting out more quality products, and I would like to say that maybe that's why the prices increased for Disney+, but I doubt it. I think that was just out of pure greed, to be very real with you guys. There's no way that they had to bump it up that much a year. But anyways, with that being said and all, I'm very intrigued to hear what everyone has to say about the whole Gina Carano situation and how Bob Iger and the Disney board is in the process of rehiring her. They're opening, all of their possibilities right now to really gain the fans back. So with that being said, guys, fill me in on what you think about all of this below in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Night to moon, we hear them moans again, no.